we have one last person who'd like to give us a little bit of a look ahead to 2022. Maureen Furedi is our VP of Administration. And Maureen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Carol. Just to end this conference, some housekeeping notes for everyone. Our last info meeting for the year is Thursday, September 2nd. Be aware of that. And our last board meeting of the year is going to be on Tuesday, November 9th. Moving into 2022, now up until now, and I would expect through the end of this year, we'll be conducting all or most of our tutoring online. But once we emerge out of 2021 and on to 2022, for the first quarter of next year, we have info meetings on January 6th and March 3rd, board meetings on January 11th and March 8th. So, and our spring conference, which is scheduled for Saturday, April 9th. So my question to you, those who are still with us, is come January, do we continue in person? Do we continue online, info meetings, board meetings, conferences, or do we gradually move into in person, or do we move into 2022 with a combination of both online and in person, whether it's the info meetings, the board meetings, or the conference or tutoring sessions? So I'd like to hear some feedback on where you're at and where your comfort lies come when we emerge into 2022.
Well, you know, I think that this pandemic's been very unpredictable. I wonder if it's too early to make those decisions. For instance, I'm ready and willing to go back to in-person instruction at Toberman, but they have a whole envelope of safety measures around those things. We would need to discuss what is safe for us to do when we come to in-person meetings.
So we revisit that come January and address that question again. Also, there's a big question about our YMCA. We've not, I think, received any kind of indication. We're hoping that we would be able to move into going back to the Y, I think in November, but it doesn't seem like it's a likelihood for us. So I think we're looking at maybe the YMCA also come January of 2022. So I'll take that as an undecided. Am I getting that correct? Until January of next year? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for that. The other thing that I wanted to bring up to our conference attendees is our open positions. We are in great need still for someone to head our public information and be a newsletter editor to take some of the weight off of Rob's shoulders, which he has been handling quite well over the last several months, and still help Tulaney for fundraising and grant writing, which we will probably need to obviously move forward with some continuity in 2022. We've been fortunate that we've determined a very, very low end budget for this year, and I'm happy to say that we've kept pretty close to that budget and kept our purchases to a minimum. So that's a great thing for us as far as managing our funding. And also one of the big things on our board list, on our board for 2022, for the going into, we do need looking at a president-elect. That's a really important position for us. And that person shouldn't feel that it's a terribly big burden. It's attending and managing and directing 6 board meetings in the in the fiscal year. But also the fact that that president definitely does not stand alone. That president has all the support of the fellow board members to rely on, and also the support of the committee members that we have, whether it's marketing, grant writing, office responsibilities, etc. So it's something to really keep in mind, that it is the perception of being president for the organization may seem like a huge undertaking, but with the help of everybody on the board and the committees, it can be manageable, and it can be something that I think you should really consider to step up to that position and support the organization in that way. So we really do need. I've served as a president for 3 years. Lainey has served as president for 2 years. Deborah, at the end of this fiscal year, come April, will have also served for 2 years. So for that, my last words are, please consider that. And we would love to have one of you step up into the president-elect position. Going in, we're trying to search for that person early on, instead of waiting till January or February to tackle that open position. So please keep that in mind, and offer your support in any way you can to help us find that right person. And one last thing I did want to mention, Lainey and I both were scheduled to attend the Pro Literacy Conference this year in Austin, Texas in September. And they rightly so decided to postpone it, cancel the conference and postpone it till 2022. But we did receive a $1,000 grant from Pro Literacy to offset travel expenses for one person to attend the conference. And also we were pegged for an award for the quick transition to online and distance learning. Since they didn't have the conference, we weren't there physically to accept that award. I think that's going to be delayed until 2022, but I think Lainey and I will still plan on attending once we have those new dates. So that's a positive thing. They had quite a number of very, very interesting workshops that both Lainey and I were eager and enthused about, and with that, participating in the conference and those workshops will just be delayed for several months. So that's what we're looking forward to in 2022, hopefully sometime in the first quarter, we think. And that's everything I have to say for now. So I'll pass that back to Carol or Lynn.
Okay, thank you so much, Maureen. We have come to the end of our agenda. I want to thank everybody. This has been a great update, and we've heard from a lot of people and looked at a lot of different aspects of the organization. We heard about Tutors Talk and the need for LES students, Toberman House, CASAS, tutor training, marketing updates, grants, and what's coming up, and the need for a new president. So anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the ways that you help in fulfilling our mission. And that's it. We're going to sign off, and till next time. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.